With a general class license, you can talk to Japan on 20-meter SSB. Technician class can't do that. Two different licenses, entirely different worlds. Here's why. I want to show you something right now. Pull up a map. Okay, now find Japan. Now find wherever you are in the United States or Canada. Now imagine reaching out and talking directly to someone in Japan using nothing but radio waves and 100 watts of power. No internet, no satellite phone, no cell towers, just you and the atmosphere. That's not science fiction. That's what a general class ham radio license lets you do from your kitchen table. Technician class? You can't do that. Not on 20 meters, not on any HF band. And that's the difference that matters. Let me break down what both licenses share first, because this is important. Both the technician and general exams have the same format, 35 multiple choice questions, 74% to pass, which means you need 26 correct answers. Both are administered by volunteer examiners. Both cost $15 at most sessions. Both give you a call sign and full legal authority to operate on amateur frequencies. The exam structure is identical. The difference is entirely in what frequencies and modes you're allowed to use once you pass. As a technician class licensee, your primary playground is going to be VHF and UHF. Those are very high frequency and ultra high frequency bands, the frequencies that travel line of sight or slightly beyond. You can hit local repeaters, which are relay stations placed on top of hills, towers, and tall buildings. Those repeaters will take your signal, boost it, and retransmit it, which extends your range. From a good position, you might talk 50, 60, even 100 miles using a repeater. Within a metropolitan area, you can talk to hams across the city, maybe across the county. That's useful. That's legitimate. And if that's all you ever want from ham radio, technician is enough. But here's what technician can't do. With a few exceptions, it can't access the HF bands. HF stands for high frequency, and these are the magic frequencies, the ones that bounce off the ionosphere and travel around the world. The bands most people think of when they think of ham radio, 20 meters, 40 meters, 15 meters, 10 meters, these are HF bands. The technician license doesn't give you access to most of this. General does. Let me paint you a real picture of the difference. Scenario 1, you're a technician. You fire up your handheld radio, you hit the local repeater, and you talk to someone 20 miles away. Maybe you check into a local traffic net or talk to some folks after work, and you feel good about being part of the community. That's great. That's real ham radio. But that person 20 miles away, that's pretty much your ceiling without general. Scenario 2. You're a general class operator. Same scenario, but now you also have access to the HF bands. You grab your HF rig, tuned to 20 meters, and you call CQDX. That's the general call for anyone listening outside of your country. And somebody in Japan answers you. Not a repeater, not using the internet, direct. You exchange signal reports, you talk about where you are, they talk about where they are, and for 15 minutes, you're having a conversation with someone halfway across the planet. That's not an exaggeration. That's Tuesday afternoon on 20-meter SSB. It's not rare. It's not special. It's just what you can do with your general class license. This is where the real magic of ham radio lives. DX, that's ham speak for distant contact. POTA, which is parks on the air. SOTA, which is summits on the air. Contesting, chasing awards, working all states, working all counties, working 100 countries. That's the fun stuff, and none of it is technician territory. General opens the door to all of it. And here's the part that kills me. Too many people who get their technician license never take the next step. They get licensed, they play on the local repeaters for a few months, and then the radio just sits in the closet. Why? Well, because local VHF operation, if that's all you have access to, gets old. The conversations can be repetitive. The range is limited. The novelty fades. But those same people, if they would have gotten general on the same day, which you can do, by the way, same exam session, same $15 fee, they would have had access to the whole world. And they'd still be on the air. I'm telling you this because I wish somebody would have told me. When I got my technician, I thought I was done. I thought, great, I'm a ham now. I got my license, I'm good. And for about 3 months, I was excited. And then I wasn't because I hit the ceiling. It wasn't until I went back almost 10 years later, passed general, and got on HF for the first time that I understood what this hobby actually was. Don't make that mistake. Get your general class license now. Don't wait. Now here's something smart. About half of the general exam builds on technician material. The regulations overlap significantly. The basic electronics and theory questions are mostly shared. When you study for technician, you're already halfway to general. Most people find that if they study the general pool right after technician, the material clicks faster because you already have the foundation. Studying them together is genuinely more efficient than doing them separately. A lot of people ask, should I just go straight for general? My answer is always yes, if you're motivated enough to study. But even if you only pass technician the first time, keep studying. Go back and get general. You definitely won't regret it. Let me be clear about one thing. Technician is not a lesser license. It's a legitimate license with real capabilities. Emergency communications on VHF and UHF are incredibly valuable. Local nets, local contacts, providing communication support during disasters. These are real and important activities that technicians do every single day. I'm not dismissing that. I'm saying that if you want the full ham radio experience, if you want the hobby to stay interesting for years, you want general. And the gap between them is smaller than you think. So here's the bottom line. Technician, VHF, UHF, local repeaters, emergency comms, a great starting point. General, everything in technician plus all the HF bands with some minor limitations. The ability to talk around the world, DX contacts, POTA activations, contesting, working toward awards, same exam format, same fee, same test session. One more exam and your radio world expands from your county to the entire planet. The question isn't really technician versus general. The question is, do you want the full experience or do you want to wonder, what if? Go get both. If you found this useful, subscribe. There's more where this came from. And if you're serious about getting your license, check out the Tech Plus General Accelerator course at hamradiolaunchpad.com/license. Structured video lessons, practice exams, flashcards, and a PDF study guide to help you pass both technician and general in one shot.